Hey, welcome back to my shop. Today we have the Gouge. Pretty serious gouge on the tabletop. I'm going to show you how to fix it the simple way with the minimum sanding. A few products, you'll never know it's there. First, we'll show you the products we use. We're using Mohawk 2-part epoxy. It's walnut. I'm going to use liquid wool lube. I'll show you how to do that. That's the secret. And a couple small brush tip markers, keep it small. That's the whole objective. And top coat with satin flow out. Flows out the finish, it's good stuff. All right, so we got the 2-part epoxy. Mix it together, a small little bit here. Make sure you mix it till it's one color. Already cleaned off the gouge here, a little bit of sandpaper. Get all the burrs and all the excess off. It's flat. It's pretty good. It's clean. That's what you want. I'm gonna mix the epoxy together. It smells like a bad perm. Thank you, Grandma, for that awful smell when I was a child. Just thanks. All right, so the epoxy is all mixed up. The gouge is clean. All the burrs are gone. It's flush. I did a little bit of 400 sanding, just lightly. Looks pretty good. Now for the epoxy. Pinch off a little bit, push in. Push in. I start from the middle and go from the inside to the out. Inside to the out. There's a reason why. The small squeegee here is probably for I don't know, wallpaper or window tint. You can use it for anything. It's got a nice clean edge. Make sure your edges are clean. No scratches, no burrs. Now we have the wool lube. Wool lube, I'm going to pour it on top of the epoxy. But you got to open it up again. My God. Don't be stingy. Alright, now with the squeegee, with a sharp plastic edge, Bondo spreader, same thing. I'm going to start from the middle and go out. Push the epoxy in. See the excess right there? That's what we want. Start in the middle. Push the epoxy out. This is like a burn in, but a whole lot easier without burning the finish. Just a little bit, go back and forth. The burn in, you stop, you burn the finish. It's a lot of heat. Some finishes nowadays are just too cheap, they can't handle the heat. So use the wool lube here, pushing the epoxy in. I start from the middle and go out because if you start on the end, you might pick up the edge of the epoxy and roll it back up. So I start in the middle and go out, start in the middle, go out. Look at that. Epoxy's down in there. I'm not touching it because if you touch it, your fingernail, your fingerprint may make it crease inside the epoxy. Screw it all up. Get rid of the excess oil around it. Looks pretty good. Nice and smooth, nice and flush. We're going to wait for this to set up, the epoxy. Let it set up. Get rid of the oil. A bit of excess epoxy there. Get rid of that. Come back over with your squeegee. Middle, left, middle, right. Never end to end. This is not paint the fence. This is middle, middle. If you mess around, you'll find out. All right, let's clean that up. Get rid of that. That's out of here. We don't need that no more. Simple dollar tool changes the game. It's just a little squeegee. You can buy them at auto parts stores for your window tint. You can buy them for Bondo. That's probably for wallpaper. signs for windows. Pretty easy. Color, the walnut is pretty close to this cherry table. I could have used cherry, but it's a little too dark. Always want to be light. Too dark, too obvious, too noticeable. We don't want that. Okay, we're back. The epoxy's all set up. That's the extra I had. Nice and smooth. No major voids. This is an open grain, so come back with a razor blade and cut some small lines for the grain. I know you're probably thinking to yourself, it's easy with the damage going with the grain. It is. If it happens across the grain, that's when you got to be a little more artistic with the colors. Again, keep it small. Don't get the aerosols, start spraying stuff with powders. The tabletop, the light hits it, you're going to be able to see it. So, like I said a million times before, keep it small. Keep it small. So now we got the epoxy set up. I'm going to wet sand it just a little bit with the wool lube with some 400. Always use a block, never your fingers, because you might leave a dip. We're just lightly sanding. This is 400 wet sandpaper. The back of the paper is green. That's how you know it's wet. The oil, a little bit of oil. Flat sandpaper. Not too much. It's just a little excess. Just a little bit sanding with the grain. You can go just a little bit diagonally just to make sure you're nice and smooth. I'm not sanding the whole. Very minimum sanding. That feels pretty good. Let's get some cleaner. Use some wax wash and a paper towel. Clean it off, and then we'll go. Now, for you furniture flippers, I'm talking to you, people who paint the furniture. We got a problem sometimes, but you do a great job. You don't always have to buy this expensive stuff. This is not too expensive. It's like 20 bucks or $18 for this. But you can also go to Lowe's. In the plumbing section, they have epoxy, but it's all white. You can do the same thing. It does the same exact as this. Follow the same steps. Wool lube, you probably have to buy this through Mohawk or find some other company, a woodcraft store. Or so now we have a nice repair. It's filled in. The epoxy's all in there. It's nice and smooth. Didn't sand too much. Now with the brush tip markers, these are very small tip markers. See that? Very small tips for very fine touch-ups. It's come in handy a lot. But for this one, start with the lightest. Lightest always, because you start dark, you screw it up, it's obvious. Light's better. So we use the, this is called honey spice. Just touch up the epoxy. Do not top coat the epoxy. You'll seal up the epoxy, and this will not stain the epoxy. I'm loving this. This color is perfect. Honey spice with walnut epoxy in this cherry top. Just draw it into the lines. Back of your thumb. Just tap it. It's looking like it's never there. It's really perfect. I am quite surprised. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Let's see. You could add some grain to it, but it's not necessary. It's so small. The gouge is probably about 1/8 of an inch wide. Tap it. You can see it kind of stain the epoxy. That's what you want. Like I said, go light first. Honey spice. I can't even find it. That's really good. you know, I've done this for a long time, and that's really good. I also have a black tip marker. I'm just going to, just a little bit of grain, just connect the two together across the top. Just every few inches or so, just to camouflage. I can see the glare of the polished epoxy. That's all I can see. It's pretty much gone. It's filled in. It is a great repair. Now we're gonna come back with the blender flow out satin. Make sure you shake it up. And just as a tip, as a furniture repairman, always look at your can first. Always look at your can. I had picked up white primer before by mistake, and you know what happens. It was bad. So always check your can first. Get this stuff off the table before we start spraying, before you leave halos and round circles of whatever's there. Nice and smooth. We sanded it, we dyed it. Can't even see it where I'm sitting at, maybe where you're sitting, because the light sanding around it with the glare of the lights above me. We're just doing the damaged area so it is sealed up and looks brand new, like it never happened. Furniture repair, it never happened. All right, blender flow out, satin. Shake it up really good. Turn it upside down, spray it, clean out the nozzle. You want to step back a little bit and mist this on, or fog it on. Don't spray it on too heavy, just mist it on. Let me back up a bit, a little too close. Exactly what it says, it flows out. All right, guys, we're back. I sprayed the satin flow out on it. I'm in my shop. I've got at least 12 4000K LED lights and the outdoor windows here. I can't even see it. I really can't. I mean, there's a slight shadow there, but if it looks this good in these lights in a home, you'll never see it. That simple. All I did was epoxy back and forth, use the oil, use the squeegee, the small card. You use a Bondo spreader as well. Just don't use Bondo. Bondo on tabletops like this has an open grain. It's going to go in there and fill it up. At least you have control with the epoxy, and the color is pretty much dead on. Put it in there, lightly sand it with the wool lube. You guarantee great results with the epoxy. Bondo is not meant for tabletops. You can do it if you're going to paint it, but with the stain, stick with the epoxy. Whatever color it is, I use walnut for this one. I'm glad I did because it's a little bit lighter. All right, guys, I'm back. I walked away for a little bit, came back to it. I can't even find my own repair, so I guess I did a good job. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully I taught you something. And if you would be so kind to like it and subscribe, I've got some more videos for you. And if you don't mind, put some comments down below and tell me what you want to see next. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.